Hello everyone, in this video we are going to create file server in server 2012 R2 machine. Students, this is one of the most commonly assigned tasks to any network administrator. Okay, so let's see this practical. Let's see what we are going to do in this video. First of all, I had created two folders. One is staff data, one is students data. What happens in college? Suppose you are in computer department. Okay, one staff is taking. Suppose you are one staff is taking the subject NMA, Network Management Administration, and that staff want to give assignment to students. So what happens in college and other big organization? That staff will upload the assignment on file server and student will access that assignment from the file server. So we are going to do the same thing in this video. This is very important video, so please watch it till end, and if you have any doubt then post the comment below this video and I will solve your doubt within 24 hours. Before going further, I have observed that students just watch my video and do not subscribe to my channel. Students, if you do not subscribe to my channel, then I will not be able to reach more number of students. So I request you to subscribe to my channel and share my channel as much as possible so I can reach each and every student and help them to understand network management and subject practically. Okay, so I had created one folder that is named as student data. Student can access this folder from our client machine. See, we will access this student from this. Okay, our client machine we will access the student and we will access the assignment uploaded here. See what I am having in this folder. See, if you have not watched my previous video in which I had shown you how to share the folder, please watch that also. In this video, we are going to share the folder, but this time we are going to access it from file server using FTP, File Transfer Protocol. Okay. So what is there in this folder? See, NMA assignment is there. So student will be able to only read these assignments. See, two questions are there from unit 1. Explain LDAP, explain CATV. Student will not be able to edit here. Okay, and they will not be able to delete also. We are going to do this. So right click on the folder, properties, then go to securities. Okay, securities, then we go to advanced. Okay, now here it is important. First of all, you have to disable the inheritance. Okay, disable the inheritance. It will not allow you to access all the further folders. I will explain you that afterwards. Click here, convert inherited permissions into explicit permissions. Now we need to add the students. So what I have done, I have created one group. Let me show you that, so it will be easy for you to understand what I am doing. We have done this in the previous videos. Okay, see, I have created 4 groups: computer department, IT department, staff data and student data. I had created it right now. Okay, in previous video I have created computer department and IT department. So this in staff data we are having members Jack and Shaiju. Okay, we are concerned with student data right now. So the member is Bhavin and Meg. So only these 2 students will be able to access my assignment. You can add more students also. Okay, so what you have to do here, go to this folder permission. Now click on add. Okay, in that add, click on select a principal. Now just write the group name and see, staff data is there. I want actually student data, so student and check names. See, student data we are having as a group, so add that. Okay, type allow, we want to allow it. Okay, Now what we are going to do, folder, this folder and all the subfolders. Okay, what we are going to do, this folder and all the subfolder. We want to allow access to this folder, but only read operation I want. Okay, only read operation to this folder. Okay, share student data we are having. You can see here. I will show you one more time. Directory users and computers. See, student data is a group. Remember, okay, student data is a group, and who are included here? Meg and Bhavin. Okay, so we need to log in with either Meg or either Bhavin. Okay, fine. Let me close it. So right now here, see here, we have added the student and only read permission is there. Fine. Click on apply. Click on OK. Fine. Now what we are going to do, click on OK. Now let me see my, what you can say, I need to see the student detail about login, okay, because I am not remembering it right now, so I will check that data detail. So the login for student is Bhavin11@123. Okay, we go for Bhavin because Meg we will need to change the password because we are going to log in for first time. We have done for Bhavin, so student 11@123. Before doing that, let us do one more thing. Let us go to firewall. Okay, before that, student, is very important. You need to have IIS installed. Okay, see here. If you are not having IIS installed, then you will not be able to do this practical. So first you need to install IIS. And the second role or the service that we need to install is FTP. See, right now we have not installed FTP. So let us install FTP. First you need to reinstall IIS. I had already installed IIS in the previous video when I created web server. If you have not done that, do it first. Then add FTP role. Okay, so let's go to manage, add roles and features. Next. Okay, from here you have to select web server IIS. We have already done it. Okay, from here we need to select FTP server. Server role is there. Web server IIS installed, FTP role and FTP server. Click on next. Click on next. Click on install. So when we do that, FTP server and FTP service will be installed. Install. And we will do one more thing. We will restart our machine after the installation. It is advisable. Just forget to click here or checkbox tick mark, but we will do it. Follow along with me, students. Do the same practical on your laptop or desktop. Then only you will understand it properly. Okay. So the feature installation is succeeded. So we close it. We will restart our machine. Okay. Restart. And one more very important point. You have to assign a static IP to your server. I am saying this from the beginning of this entire NMA practical video playlist. You have to give static IP to the server. We have already done it, okay? 192.168.8.1 is the static IP we assigned to the server. I will show you one more time when the server starts. Wait for the server to start properly. Okay, let me give the credentials of administrator and I will show you the IP before proceeding further. See here. Click on local server. On the left hand side, it will take little bit time to load. See here, 192.168 8.1 is our IP of server. We need to know this, okay, for configuring FTP server, for creating FTP server, configuring the FTP server. Now what you have to do, we have installed IIS, we have installed FTP server. Now again go to tools and go to IIS, Internet Information Services Manager. Okay, now see here, this is our click on no, that is fine. This is our site that we have did previously in the previous video when we configure FTP server. Click on, right click on this, okay, right click here and add FTP site. Click on that, add FTP site. Now you can give the name of the FTP site. You can give anything actually. Let me give the student FTP9 and site name as student. Physical path, okay, physical path, we have to give the path of the students data. Okay, we click here, students data, this is our physical path, that is on our desktop, this folder is on our desktop. Click next. See here, from here as IP address you have to select, automatically it will get the IP of your server. See here, you are getting, see here, you have to give that IP. FTP port is by default, keep it as it is. I am not enabling it virtual host right now. Yes, this is important here. We don't require SSL right now, so go for no SSL. Right now I am not starting. Okay, that's fine. Click on next. Basic authentication we need. Allow access to not all users, specific roles or user groups, because student data is the group. Okay, suppose you want to give any access to any specific user, then you have to select here user. Okay, but we have given group, all the members. For example, we are having 2 members, Bhavin and Meg. You can create 100 members also, no problem. Permission is only read. It is important. Permission is only read. Okay, allow access. You have to give the name of the student data. Please check that name exactly. Let me verify that. I think it is this only, student data only. Okay, so click on finish. Let me then also verify it once. Go to tools, attribute users and computers. Yes, student data, that is right. Okay, so we have created the FTP server also. Okay, how you need to access that I will show you. Okay, so we have done this task. Now before going further, let us make our firewall also some configurations or settings so that it will not create the problem. So firewall.cpl, go for that. Okay, the firewall is turned off only, so there is no problem. Okay, if there is not turned off, then you have to go to here, see, allow app, it will do it, allow app, and in allow app you have to make sure that FTP server is selected, tick, okay, and go for all the ticks. Fine. Then what you have to do, that is fine, that is right. So click on OK. Okay, one more thing. Go to advanced setting and then you need to tick the FTP server in inbound and outbound rule. Okay. Search FTP role. In inbound rule, you have to go to FTP. It will be done actually, you don't need to do it, but you have to check that, so it will not create any problem. Okay, inbound and outbound both, refresh it and let me search FTP. You have to check here FTP. See FTP server. Okay, fine. Everything FTP is it's looking properly. Allowed. Okay, fine. The configurations are proper. So after that, now we are ready to access our file folder. And which folder? This one, student data, from our client machine using FTP protocol. Okay, till now you might have used HTTP protocol when you write http://google.com. Now we are going to use FTP protocol. Okay, so just log into your client machine. I need to log in with other user because right now I am using Bhavin, student's name, and the password was student11@123. Let me just confirm, student11@123, that is right. Click on that arrow for login. Now just you have to simply do one thing. Open your my computer, okay, this PC, and go this to the top this address bar, search bar actually, for we are using the local machine only. And one more thing, you need this client machine to be in domain, no? Then only you will be able to do this, otherwise you will not be able to do this. To check that whether your client machine and server is connected or not, let us check that first. So I will ping the 192.168.8.1. This is the IP of the server. Yes, we are getting reply. That means we are connected. Then only you will be able to access the FTP server. Okay. Now we are on our client machine. We are going to access that file from our client machine using FTP server. So let's go to this PC. Okay. Click here. Then use the FTP server, FTP protocol. We are using file transfer protocol, :/2/192.168.8.1. This is the IP of our server machine on which FTP server is configured. Now when I click enter, it will ask for the username and password. So right now we have logged in with Bhavin. Okay, so give the username as Bhavin. And password of the Bhavin is student11@123. Now when I click log on, Bhavin will be able to see all the folders that we are shared on FTP server. So click on log on. See, NMA assignment is there. This NMA assignment folder is actually located on our server. Okay, this is the folder. Now let us check whether the Bhavin is able to delete it or edit it from his machine. See, he can view it using Notepad. You can install Word and all that also. You can he can view it from here. Now let us check whether what happens sometimes in college, faculty upload the folder and the students try to delete that folder. Okay, it should not happen. So the network administrator should be smart enough to keep that folder only in read. Only student will be should be able to read that. Okay, don't make any changes in that. So let us try to delete it. Shift delete. Click yes. See here, I am getting an error. What is the error? 50550 access denied. What is the full error? An error occurred during deleting the file or folder on the FTP server. Make sure you have permission to access this folder.